AmeriCorps volunteers were joined with advocates to offer an immigrant integration fair. The event is being held by the New American Integration Program with participation by the Massachusetts Immigrant and Refugee Advocacy Coalition and Project Citizenship. The fair will include a citizenship clinic and it will take place Saturday in Dorchester at the Bayside Expo Center. To tell us about the event is our guest, an AmeriCorps volunteer for the MIRA Coalition, Suzanne Metro. Thank you very much for being with us, Suzanne.
Thanks for having me.
MIRA has been involved in a lot of events to help immigrants. How is this event different?
So this event has actually been organized by a program that I've been involved in with MIRA for the last year. It's unique because we have a really strong network of different organizations, some of which are members of MIRA, to come together and share what resources are out there already that are available for immigrants, including English classes, civics classes, legal service providers, and also financial planning.
A lot of these things are self-evident, even to people who have trouble with English. But on the other hand, I guess a lot of the immigrants still need help making the connection, which number you call, which place you go to.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I've seen that to be a kind of disconnect in some parts of the community. Luckily, especially at our citizenship clinics, we have the opportunity to meet a lot of people who come in for walk-in appointments, and we can refer them to different organizations. And that's really the purpose of this event this Saturday, is to have all these people to talk about their own programs and talk about what a wide array of resources are out there.
Speaking of wide arrays here, we're talking about this in English, but I imagine you're going to have people there who speak a number of different languages too.
Yes, absolutely. So our group of 25 has a really wide selection of languages, including Spanish, Vietnamese, Russian, Haitian Creole, Mandarin and Cantonese, and a lot of different languages.
Talk a little bit about the citizenship clinic itself. What's that going to be like?
Sure. So I've actually been involved in creating and organizing these citizenship clinics since October. And we organize them usually on Fridays and Saturdays. We will be offering appointments from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday. What we do at the clinics is we have a really thorough screening process where our trained volunteers and pro bono attorneys can help answer questions about citizenship. And then we also assist with the actual form, which is a 21-page form. It can be lengthy and complicated, and there's a lot of questions that come up. Additionally, we help with other forms, including a fee waiver, which is really important for people who are willing to apply and want to apply for citizenship, but are not able because of their financial circumstances.
What about some of the other things required for citizenship? Because you have to study for a test, for example, and if you don't know the language and you don't know some of the context of American history, that
Sure.
can be a real challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are three main eligibility requirements that come with becoming a U.S. citizen. The first is a basic understanding of English, because there is an exam where they'll ask you questions about history and English, U.S. history that is, and the good thing about, another thing about this resource fair is we'll have access to citizenship classes where applicants can go and practice for the citizenship interview, get resources to answer those questions with confidence. The second requirement is to have had a green card for at least 5 years. And then the third is to not have any serious criminal issues, which we can also answer questions about at the clinic.
Well, we're also at one of these murky times in immigration law when there's struggle over where it should go, and President Obama has given orders for deferred action on immigrants who, at least at present, don't have legal status, but there's a way they can get into at least a better situation. Can people like that get any help at an event like this?
Sure. So the citizenship clinics are open to anyone. The only service we can actually provide at the clinic is help with the naturalization. And so anyone who's undocumented, though, wants to get information about what other kind of relief they might be able to access, can still come, and we have an extensive referral list. And because we're so familiar with different organizations in the area, including legal services, we can refer them to the best organization that can assist them.
I want to ask you with helping with English again, because I always hear there are long waiting lists. It's almost so discouraging. Is there something you can do for people?
Sure. So the MIRA Coalition right now is advocating for increased funding for English programs, and there are long waiting lists, which is unfortunate, but again, we're trying to get more funding for that.
So we should mention this event is going to be starting exactly at what time on Saturday?
At 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
At the Bayside Expo Center in Dorchester, not too far from JFK UMass Station in the Red Line.
You can actually see the sign right from the station, so it's really easy to access. There's free parking as well for people who would prefer to drive.
Right, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
From AmeriCorps Volunteers and MIRA Coalition,
Thanks for having me.
Suzanne Metro. We'll have more news in just a moment.
Thanks.